The galactic cruiser Valkyrin drifted silently through Sector R-91, its sensors glowing with activity. Admiral Zortal of the Zentari Dominion leaned over the display table, his segmented fingers twitching with anticipation. "Scan complete," reported the Sentry technician. "Unregistered vessel. Configuration ... primitive. Carbon-based crew. Low radiation emissions. Technologically inferior. Possibly pre-warp." Zorto's mandibles clicked in amusement. "Primitive? Perfect. An easy capture. We need slaves for the mining colonies. Prepare the boarding party." On the screen floated a small, gray-hulled ship, marked only by 4 characters in an alien language. USS Aegis. The Admiral never heard of humans? That would be his first mistake. Inside the Aegis, Captain Mira Torres watched calmly as red lights flickered across her tactical console. She leaned forward. "Lieutenant Khan, anything on long range?" Khan narrowed his eyes. "Unknown vessel approaching. Zentari War Cruiser class. They just scanned us." "And now they're arming," Myra smirked. "That's bold. They think we're weak." Lieutenant Rhodes, the ship's AI liaison, chimed in. "Ma'am, Zentari databanks underestimate human. Warships, they only encountered colonial transports and diplomatic vessels before. They've never faced a Terran strike corvette." Myra cracked her knuckles. "Then let's educate them. Silent mode. Power down all visible weapons. Let them come close." Admiral Zortel watched as the human ship's energy signatures dropped. "No shields, no weapons, no movement. See?" He hissed. "They surrender without a fight. Pathetic." He motioned. "To the boarding party, 20 elite Zentari shock troops in exosuits. Capture the command crew. Leave the rest breeding. We can train them." The boarding pods launched like silver darts, slamming into the Aegis's hull. The boarding corridor opened with a hiss, and instantly, 3 Zentari troopers were torn apart by auto turrets. "What?" Zorto barked out inside the Aegis, every corridor lit up in crimson. Security systems activated, bulkheads sealed. And then a song began to play. "You picked the wrong house, fool." "What is that noise?" A Zentari officer shrieked. It was Earth's finest battle playlist. Heavy metal mixed with memes. The remaining shock troops surged forward, but the Aegis had been built for close quarters annihilation. Myra's crew had trained for years aboard. Death World-class ships. The corridors were kill zones. Turrets popped out of ceilings. Gas vents filled hallways with neurotoxins, harmless to humans, but devastating to Zentari lungs. And then came the humans. Rhodes led the first strike team, his combat chassis gleaming with Terran alloys, dual plasma blades spinning. Behind him, Marines in advanced exosuits stormed the intruders. One human whispered, "Remember Nairobi Protocol. No mercy for slavers." It wasn't a fight. It was a slaughter. Admiral Zorto watched in disbelief. His elite unit wiped out. In under 4 minutes, his sensors now showed the Aegis powering up. No longer primitive, it deployed gravitic shields and railgun pods that extended from the hull. "Impossible," he growled. "They faked their tech level. That's a war crime." "No, sir," said his terrified aide. It's deception. Tactical superiority. A trap." Too late. The Aegis fired its first shot. A rail slug that pierced the Valkyrin's lower decks, tearing through shield arrays like paper. Then came the EMP burst. Zentari systems crashed. Lights went out. Silence. Then a voice, cold, precise, echoed through the comms. "This is Captain Mira Torres of the United Terran Navy. You have attacked a registered Terran vessel. You have committed an act of war." Zortel's heart froze. You had one chance to walk away. You failed. The Aegis launched, full thrust, toward the now crippled war cruiser. Its belly open, revealing hundreds of micro-drones. Not AI-controlled. Worse, human-piloted neurodrones, fast, ruthless, suicidally brave. They cut through, Zentari hull like fire through dry leaves. Inside the Valkyrin, crew members screamed as oxygen vanished. Systems failed, and explosions rocked the main reactor. Zortal tried to activate the self-destruct. The panel blinked red. "Access denied," said the human voice again. "We control your systems now." He looked around. His bridge, once the pride of the Dominion fleet, now in chaos. Smoke blood and flickering screens. And then she appeared. Captain Mira Torres stood on the bridge, armor scorched, helmet off. Her dark eyes locked onto Zorto. "This is what happens," she said quietly, "when you provoke the wrong species." He tried to raise his weapon. Too slow. One shot. Between the eyes, the Valkyrin's wreckage floated in space, its remains transmitting one clear message on all known frequencies: humanity is not prey. We are the apex. Think carefully before you scan us again.